Hello, Dr. Tolchinova is here, and I would like today to explain to you how to multiply brackets using surds. For example, if you need to expand and simplify brackets, expand means multiply out this bracket and then simplify the expression that you will receive and give exact answer, okay? So first of all, let's see what we would do if we would have a situation which is a bit simpler than what is presented here. For example, imagine I will have this bracket, and first I would need to find what is 2 times 5 plus root of 8. Okay? What does it mean if you have two numbers multiplied? I mean 2 multiplied by the number which is 5 plus root of 8. It is a number, isn't it? Square root of 8 is a number. You can calculate on your you can find out how big this number is on your calculator. Plus 5 is a number, and this number is taken twice. If you multiply any number by 2, it means you take 2 sets of that number. So literally what you have is, it's like to have one set of this number and then to add another set. So if you this is 2 sets of 5 plus root of 2. So when you add these two numbers, you will add whole parts first. 5 plus 5 is 10 plus 2 roots of 8. Because root of 8 plus root of 8, you have 2 roots of 8. So literally, you could, obviously you're not replacing usually multiplication with addition, but you understand that multiplication is just simply repetitive addition, right? So I can do quicker this multiplication. I can multiply, as you see, I can take 5 twice, which is 2 times 5 is 10, isn't it? Plus, and I can take multiply by 2 means I have 2 sets of 8, so I can multiply square root of 8 by 2 and I will get 2 roots of 8. Okay? Now if I will have now square root of 3 sets of 5 plus root of 8, although it is a little bit, it seems like a little bit more difficult than when you have to multiply by a number, just an integer or something, still this is a number and procedure or concept still will be the same. If you have square root of 3 sets of these numbers, so everything what you have to do is just to multiply everything what is inside of this bracket by square root of 3. So I'm multiplying square root of 3 by 5, I get 5 roots of 3. 5 times roots of 3, simply we write number first before the third and we drop the multiplication sign, but that's what it means. It means 5 times root of 3 plus, and then we multiply square root of 3 times square root of 8. If I multiply square root of 3 times square root of 8, I apply the rule of multiplication of surds, which says that I can, if I multiply in surds, I can multiply them under the same root, which is square root of 24. Okay, so I'm writing square root of 24. And now what happens? Look, imagine I have not only 2 sets of this bracket, but and square roots of 3 sets of brackets. I have 2 and square root of 3 of these brackets. Okay, what I can think about this multiplication is this, that I have 2 sets of this bracket and I have also square root 3 of sets of this bracket, 5 plus root of 8. Okay, what is written here is 2 sets of this plus square root 3 of this bracket. Now you know separately what to do with each of these brackets. We just did it a minute ago, right? So what is 2 times 5 plus root of 8? It is 2 times 5, 10. 2 times square root of 8 is 2 roots of 8. Plus square root of 3 times 5, 5 roots of 3. Plus root of 3 times root of 8 is root of 24. Okay, now we need to think whether we can simplify this expression. Okay, first of all, see whether we can add any numbers at all. We have just one whole number, 10, here. We can't add with this surds yet unless one of these can come to something as a whole number. We need to check whether any of these remaining surds can be added together or simplified somehow. For example, square root of 3 cannot be simplified. I can't, this is 3 is already prime number, I can't simplify it further. Let's look at square root of 8. Let's look at square root of 8. Square root of 8 can be simplified further because I see that 8 has a perfect square as a factor, so I can write this way, and I can kick out 4 out of root, so that means I'm square rooting 4, which gives me 2 roots of 2. So that's the way how I simplified square root of 8. Let's try to simplify square root of 24, because I know for sure it has also a perfect square as a factor, which is 4. 4 times 6, right? And then I'm kicking 4 out of root, okay? And square root of 4 is 2, and I have 2 roots of 6. 6 doesn't contain as a factor any perfect squares except 1, and 1 is not really interested. 1 can go as many times as you possibly can. There's not really much you can do. So what we will do now, we'll replace our square root of 8 here with our square root, with new value, not new value of square root of 8, but I mean square root of 8 written in simplified form, which is 2 roots of 2. So look what happens. 10 plus 2 times, instead of root of 8, I will write 2 roots of 2 now, plus 5 roots of 3, plus square root of 24 will be written as 2 roots of 6 now. Let's see now whether we can tidy up this expression, okay? Okay, 10 remains as it is. 2 times 2, square root of 2, is now 4 roots of 2, plus 5 roots of 3, plus 2 roots of 6. Each root here is like a separate unit. We can't really add them, and so therefore we can't simplify any further our expression. So that is the answer. That is explanation about how to multiply out brackets. In the next video you will see what would you do if signs would be different, positive and negative. Thank you for watching.